guys, welcome back. Today I have a few things to talk to you about. So I haven't filmed in a really long time for a few reasons. I live, like I've said so many times, I live in northern Minnesota and now it is winter. So I think we probably only have like 9 to like 4, 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock at night-ish, that we even have daylight. Woo. So it's very hard for me to find a good time to film. Now, the other reason, I've had a cough, I've lost my voice. Well, I didn't lose it, but it was crackly, not good for filming. Oh, here it's coming back. So I'm here with my tea in hopes that that'll help. Second thing, my parents watch my videos and my dad always says, your dogs are in the videos, but your dogs are in the videos, but you never acknowledge them. And honestly, it's because I'm so annoyed that they're making so much noise that I want to act like they're not here. But I'll acknowledge them, so I'd like to introduce you to them. Okay. So this is Finn. He is a toy Aussie, and he's 11. Okay. He's 11 months old, and as you can tell, he's cray-cray. He's cray-cray. But it's my own fault because I haven't trained him very well. But he's really cute. See, this is Daisy. She's probably, I think she's 3, and she gets very annoyed of her little brother. But she's a honey bunny. Aren't you a honey bunny? She's a mutt. We got her, they told us that she was a Aussie healer. Good job. So that's what we say that she is. So those are the dogs that you're gonna hear barking, fighting, drinking their water, fighting, all of the above. Today I wanna talk about what really makes me so excited about plants, and honestly I think the reason that I love plants so much. So let's just start chatting. So today we're talking about propagation, specifically propagating Pothos and Philidendron. So like I said so many times, I really don't know much about science of plants. So when I say Pothos and Philidendron, it's kind of just like putting them all into a pot, like Philidendron Brazil. I think that's the only Philidendron I have. Otherwise, they're all Pothos. Oh my gosh, I need some more Philidendron. So anyways, my favorite part about propagation is that you can start with one plant and then you have a whole bunch of babies, and then you can, you get to watch them root, and I'll show you that in a minute. You watch them root, and then you can gift these plants to other people. This exact type of propagation is only for vining plants. In front of me here, I have one of my golden pothos. I bought it because it had gigantic leaves, and then they have started to give me a lot smaller leaves. But as you can see, it's very long, so it's ready to be cut. I don't really want to, but for the purpose of this video, I will. So I'm gonna find, ooh, it's looking rough, guys. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to cut only a little bit off just to kind of show you what it would be like, but I really don't have any plants that have been growing like crazy that I actually do want to cut back. But I'll show you. This is kind of a rough plant that I got from Home Depot. It was cheap and I thought it was pretty. You know how it goes. So you want to find a long vine like this. So right here you can see that it already was propagated right here, or cut off. I don't know if it was propagated. So I'm actually gonna just cut off exactly where it was cut before. So, oh no. Oh no! I literally just used to use scissors, so I don't think you can really go wrong, especially with Pothos and Philidendron. I'd be impressed if you killed one. So I'm just gonna cut off. I definitely just tipped over that whole plant, but we'll worry about that later. So what you need to look at are where to cut, and you always cut on a node is what it's called. So by that, honestly, the easiest way is by looking where the leaves come out. That's the only way I know. So like right here, this is nothing, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Now right here, we want that, so I'm just gonna cut that off, and there's one. So that's gonna grow roots. Then you cut this middle part off, and then you cut the leaf off. So now I have 1, 2, and 3. Maybe. And you can see the actual node are these little aerial roots. This is where the roots are gonna come out of, these little bumps right there, right there. So with that, some people kind of tie them together so that all of the nodes are level. So you can put like a rubber band around this. I never have done that, but I can see how that would work out well. And then you just pop this in water. You don't want the leaves to have any water on them. You just want those little bumps or the nodes to have water on them so that they can grow roots. So for instance, this is a silver satin pothos that I put a few cuttings in, and you can already see there's already roots there. So all I did was cut them just like I showed you. So let's just say I was doing these, and you just pop them in there, and you can pop them off just like that. So that's all you would do. I have lots of different things that I have my propagations in. Literally, if it can hold water, you can propagate in it. So I've got this cute little pitcher jug thing. My best friend Bree that I always talk about, she made this for me. So I've got different plants propagating in here with little jars, and I even use little teeny tiny jars. You just have to refill them a lot more. And then I have some things hanging up. I dumped all the water out by accident, but yeah, so I just have all those hanging up. So this is one that I've had in here for far too long. And this is what happens when you keep them in the water for too long. They get really long roots, but they're healthy, so it's not the worst. This Philidendron Brazil, I'm pretty sure I've only had this in here for a week. This is from my mom's plant. Hey mom. And you can see there's already little white roots right there. So I always wait until they're about an inch. With these, you can even propagate them in soil, but I just like to be able to see their roots and see what's going on. So I just prefer to propagate them in water so that I know they're doing well. So then, once they have an inch of roots or so, even these longer ones are fine. If you keep them in water longer like I did with this one, they're just gonna take a lot longer to readjust to being in soil rather than in water. So that's kind of okay. I just had it somewhere where it was really pretty and I didn't want to plot it in a plant or a planter. Now that I have a few cuttings that I want to get potted up, all you need is a pot. I like terracotta. That's pretty much what every single one of my plants is in. If it's not, it's a nursery pot. I don't think I have any other kinds of pots. I love terracotta. It keeps the soil nice and dry. Pothos, philodendron like to dry out. Sometimes I even get them to a critical state where they're kind of drooping, and then I water them. So what I do is I kind of just grab all of my propagations and see what I want to put together. Yeah, these are in here for way too long, you guys. I'm gonna put those in there. What is over here? Oh my gosh. This has been in the water for like probably 4 months and now it's just finally putting out a root. So patience is key sometimes. There's that one. So those are awesome. So now what you're going to want to do is grab all of your propagations. I like to one at a time so that I can get them at the same level. So I like to put where their roots start all at the same level before putting them in. So there's all of my plants and all of their overgrown roots, and they're gonna go in there. I really like, and I know you're not supposed to use Miracle Grow, but it's all I have in this town. Especially during the winter, it's really hard to find anything for houseplants, but I use the cactus, palm, and citrus, okay, potting mix, Miracle Grow. It's great. I like to start with a little bit in the bottom just to set a base, and then I set them all in there. Get them on in. And then I just kind of lay them down. Get them all comfy. Oh, can you see what I'm doing? There. And I forgot a cup to hold the soil, so I'm using my hands. And then you just fill in with soil. I like my plants fuller, so actually those, the leaves that I cut just now, I think I'll probably add to this once they start growing roots. And it's really nice that you can kind of do that, just kind of adding as you go. That's what I do with my silver satin pothos. I just keep cutting it off and propagating. Then you just kind of tap. Well, this looks super sparse at the moment, but you just keep propagating and then filling. You can just keep adding to it, dig a little hole with your finger, keep adding, and then these are all ones that I've propagated, like this one, and this one. Now with this one, I wanted to leave these yellow ones on here just to show you not all propagation cuttings are going to root and are going to live. That's why it's good to do a few extra because they're not all going to live. So like this, I put it in the pot and it just didn't like it. I probably let it dry out too much, who knows, but that's okay. You just it keeps growing. It's a fast grower, so it's no big deal. This one was a propagation, and this guy was too. So kind of cool. I've got lots of plants, and now of course I have one more thanks to propagation. After you pot your cuttings into soil, they're really used to being in water, really moist. So you want to make sure that you keep the the soil really moist for a good 2 weeks. Don't let it dry out. But then after that, pothos really like to dry out, like I said before. So let them dry out, water them fully, let them dry out, water them fully, and then you'll be good to go. But it's that simple. If you have any questions, please let me know. I probably left some unanswered, but just comment down below. I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.